Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for coming back to class today. It is Tuesday, so we are going to be doing some more social studies. So, the last time that we were in class doing social studies, we were talking about the past and the present. And we know that the past is something that has already happened before. And the present, it doesn't really mean like a gift that you're getting, but it means what's happening right now. And the big thing that we learned is that things change, right? So, what happened in the past, how things looked in the past, the way that we did things in the past, isn't really the same way that we do those things and use those different pictures and things that we looked at today. So, when we were looking at those pictures, they were pictures from a long time ago from the past. But the past, it can also mean a little bit ago too. So, in the past, we went to school and we would come into the classrooms every day and we had a whole routine and we did that for a little while. But in the present right now, are we still doing those things? No, so school has changed a little bit, right? So that's what we're going to do today. I have a book and it is called This School Year Was Different. And it has the author and illustrator, Allison Ryan, on the bottom. So this book is going to talk a little bit how things might have changed from the past to the present. All right? This school year was different. I figure out how to hold it the right way because it is paper, so it is a little bit flimsy. There we go. There we go. This school year has been very different from other school years. It started out just like any other school year. You met your teachers, you came to class, you played with your friends, and you learned. But then, all of a sudden, things changed. Schools around the world started to close. They closed to help keep people healthy. Did you friends know that? So it wasn't just our school that closed, and it wasn't just schools in Virginia that closed either. Schools all over the world have been closing to make sure everybody stays safe and healthy. And we know that's like the most important thing. When we made our class agreement, we realized that that is what the big part of it was. We need to make sure that all the choices that we were making was a safe choice. So that's the same thing that was happening here, which is why the schools closed. And then you weren't going to school anymore. You were staying at home or spending time somewhere else. It was a big, big change. Maybe you felt sad about not going to school. Maybe you felt angry or confused. Maybe you even felt a little bit happy. However you felt and however you feel now, it's okay to feel that way. So, all of those things that they were just talking about, they said maybe you felt sad, maybe you felt angry, confused, maybe a little bit happy. I'll tell you, I felt all of those things. So you don't even just have to feel just one of those ways. You know, like when they talked about on the other page, that's a big change that was going on. So you might feel a lot of different ways trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And I still do feel sad that I don't get to see you guys every day. School wasn't open, but you kept learning at home. Maybe you got to watch videos or do special learning activities. Maybe you got to have a lot of playtime. You weren't at school, but you were still learning. So I like this page a lot because it talks about how you don't just learn at school, you learn all over the place. You can learn everywhere. And even if you're not just reading a book or doing math, if you're just playing with friends or playing with family or people that you're living with, that's a way of learning. You're learning how to be a good citizen, right? You're learning how to talk to other people. So you can learn everywhere. Maybe you got to see some of the other kids in your class. Or maybe you didn't see them at all. You weren't at school and you couldn't play together, but you were still at class. Maybe you got to see your teacher in videos. Did any of you watch the videos that I put up? You're watching one right now. Or maybe you didn't get to see your teacher at all. You weren't at school and you couldn't give your teacher a hug or a high five, but they were still your teacher. And your teacher thinks about you every single day. They do. No matter where you are, your school is still your school. Your class is still your class. Your friends are still your friends. And your teacher is still your teacher. This school year has been very different, but you have done a fantastic job. And you should be very proud of that. The end. So this school year has been really different from the other years that we go to school. And you might not realize that because this is the first time you've ever been to school, right? For a lot of you, maybe you went to preschool before. But this is the first time that you're in like a real elementary school. Usually we do the year the whole way through, the same that we were doing before we left. But then this happens, now we're here online. But even though it's been such a big change, and you've had to learn so many new things, I've had to learn so many new things, the people who take care of you had to learn a whole bunch of new things. You guys are doing such a good job, and I am so proud of you for coming to school, for watching these videos, for being kind to the people who you live with. You guys are doing amazing. All right, so that's a little bit about past and present also. Past doesn't have to mean a long, long, long time ago. It can just mean things that have already happened. And it's important to remember that things change. So things won't be like this forever. We don't really know how they'll be when they change again. But things always change. So what you can do, my friends, you can go back onto the website and you can go to our choice board and pick one activity to do to practice what we were just reading and talking and thinking about. And then you can go ahead and meet me on Zoom.